are live here on YouTube for the Pennzoil 250 here at the Brickyard, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The first time the Xfinity cars have been on this track in, what, 5 years, I think? 5 years, I think? Yeah, 5 years. Because 2019 was their last year on the oval. 2020, it was a split season. The Cup Series is still on the oval, yet the Xfinity cars took to the road course. And then, obviously, in 2021 and beyond, it was the Cup Series and Xfinity Series, both on the road course. So, we are here and we are ready for the Brickyard 250 here. Alright, so yeah, we're getting settled. They just went through starting grid and cars are already rolling, which is a very good thing. Went and put up the pre-race poll. Just went simple today. Which manufacturer you guys think is going to win? Obviously, 2 Fords on the front row. Cole Custer and Riley Herbst makes for a very convincing argument there. And then you've got Eric Almirola, Sam Mayer, row 2. Row 3, you've got Anthony Alfredo up there, along with Brandon Jones. Carson Quaffle and AJ Allmendinger making up row number 4. Row 5 gonna be Justin Allgaier and Josh Berry, and there we go. That is your top 10 starters. Also, in case it isn't obvious, I'm not actually at the track, but I figured I'd get some practice utilizing the green screen today, so let me know how you guys like it compared to the normal background. And we're just chilling here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time, and we should be pretty much ready for this one. Looks like we think Ford's going to be the manufacturer to beat today based on the poll. And there we go, they're listening in on Herbst's radio communication. Let me just go ahead and make sure I've got my own personal leaderboard so I can scroll without messing it up. And there we go. Thank you guys, by the way, for everybody that's tuned in already. We got 9 people hanging out in chat. Of course, let me know who you guys think is the pick to win today. I think I'm going to make my pick. I'm going to go, Ford looks strong. I'm going to say Josh Berry in the 15. I think they will end up finding their way to victory lane, which will be ironic considering the recent driver change of them terminating the contract with Hailie Deegan that they had originally signed. But I wouldn't rule it out, and Josh Berry, I think, is an accomplished driver that can definitely find his way around here. It'll just kind of come down to which car, Chevy versus Ford versus Toyota, that really comes down to it. Now, experience-wise, Eric Almirola probably could be a threat for this one, but yeah, I love this track. The Indianapolis Oval, one of my favorite tracks on planet Earth, and I'm sure I'm not the only person in the chat that thinks that. Indy 500 is an amazing race each and every year. And then obviously the Brickyard 400 has its 30th anniversary of the first Brickyard 400 this year. And that race is tomorrow at 2:30. And again, we will be here for that one. And they're going down pit road doing the speed check. So we are here and ready for this one. How's everybody doing? Again, let me know your race win picks. I'd love to see where we think the field might be going, even if we don't really know, because genuinely I think at this point it would literally be shooting in the dark. But just going to quickly check the weather and see if we the weather all weekend has looked pretty solid, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be overcast, cloudy, but it does not look like it. Forecast does not look like it calls for any rain, so we should be good. Next rain isn't expected till Wednesday, so we are good on that front, and yeah, we are ready to go. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. And again, we're getting ready for the Xfinity Series, a 30 laps, and a 40 lap window. That 40 lap window for that final stage, it adds a lot of questions because you've got a long... I'm going to say, the max fuel run on these cars is about 40 laps, so the 30-lap stages should absolutely be no pit stops required. The big question is going to be what ends up happening with the 40-lap final stage. Odds are it'll end up being that we'll end up getting a caution somewhere in the middle there that will eliminate the need for it, but again, we don't know yet. Say Austin Hill, and Austin Hill's one of the few drivers who actually have experience on the Indy Oval in the Xfinity Series. I believe him. I know him, Justin Allgaier. I think Cole Custer was in that race, back in 2019. But say a lot of these drivers are brand new to this racetrack. Guys like Chandler Smith have never seen this racetrack before. Curious to see how they do here. And so the truck race last night on IRP certainly was definitely a different one, but so here we go. Everybody's getting doubled up. I believe pace car will be coming in this time, so we should be seeing a green flag next time by. And here we go. Let's see. Yep, lights are off on the pace car, so it'll be green flag this time by. And they are getting stacked up and ready to go racing. Again, I'm thinking the Chevys are going to be strong, but I do think, again, I'm going with Josh Berry as my race win pick, even though, obviously, he's coming from a little deeper in the field as he is going to roll off the 10th position here. Pace car dives for cover onto the pit lane, leaving the field in the hands of the SHR teammates. Also, Cole Custer's cut plan was confirmed yesterday as we go, or earlier today as we go green flags out. And Cole Custer is set to join the Haas factory team in Cup next year, meaning that these two cars on the front row are theoretically both open. Obviously, Riley Herbst's still available to come back as he has not signed a contract yet. But rumor has had it that he could be on his way to the Cup as well, potentially for 2311. So, here we go. As they round turn 2, start to file into line. The two teammates played the strategy pretty well there to work together. No one really looking to push the issue right now. Obvious on the first two corners. Eric Almirola looking to the inside here. Oh, we got a spin! And I said people weren't looking to push the issue. Clearly, I wasn't looking at the back half of the field because now there's carnage and, Josh Berry's in the middle of it. I need to type out an apology because, yep, definitely part of that one. So I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Yep, Josh Berry's car is completely destroyed and he is out of the race on lap 1. Just going to go ahead and post that. There we go. Yeah, Dire Curse truck again. Alright, well, we have, that was a pretty exciting way to start the race, and I haven't actually gone and seen what happened. Looks like Sam Mayer went around, and I would assume that's the first one that started it there. Alright, let's see. Watching on the replay. Yeah, it looks like Sam Mayer just loses it all on his own and wipes out like half the field. We're going to be under yellow for a minute or two, but I just have no real explanation as to what happened there. Did he lose a tire on lap 1 of the race? I mean, okay, I'm watching this one again. Here we go. Oh, actually, no. A little bit of contact from AJ Allmendinger there may have just sent him around. I mean, these cars are definitely aero sensitive, but I did not anticipate that small amount of contact from AJ Allmendinger being enough to cause that level of loss of control. I mean, obviously we've seen it before with these race cars in the past. I guess it's just weird to see it, even if you've seen it 100 times. Alright, wow. So, yeah, my pick for the win's pretty much out of this race, literally before the race even really begins. Now, Eric Almirola was able to go and split up the two Stewart-Haas cars, I would assume. But the smart choice would be to not let them restart on the front row together again, because if you take the line behind, if you try and avoid them lining up together, they're just going to start first and second, and they'll just do the teammate game to get into single file line. At least that would be my guess, but obviously we'll have to wait and see if that ends up being the case, but here we go. Again, thank you guys for everybody that has tuned in for this race. We are just we just took the green flag, currently on lap 2. Let's see, any other big gains there? Joe Graff Jr. appears to have made it through. Anything really beyond that, it's hard to really tell who made it through and who didn't right now, just because if they were limping it around on the racetrack, they could end up still showing as lead lap cars. Alright, and there we go. So we got that, and hopefully that gets the cautions out. That's going to get the jitters out of everybody's system. They got a chance to do the restarts into the 90-degree corners. Realistically, that worked. It was just once you got into turn 3, looked like AJ Allmendinger just came down too far on Sam Mayer and just wiped him out, potentially. Alright, well, we are just chilling here. Hopefully everybody is having a good time. I just clean my glasses a little bit here. Alright, so yeah, we're at commercial break. Again, would love to see who you guys think the race winner is going to be. Now that my pick for the win has been taken out of this one, I mean, I could go and make another pick. I could say someone like Allmendinger or Allgaier. I think those guys have real shots to win this thing, but yeah, my pick for the race win was already wiped out in turn 3 there. I had picked Josh Berry just before the start of the race. And, yeah, that turned out to be a problem on lap 1. Alright, well, let's just hope the dire curse doesn't affect tomorrow, because tomorrow my pick was Kyle Busch. I picked him because of the history at Indianapolis, and so far that history is definitely not proving to be too successful. I believe he'll roll off from the 34th position on Sunday, so definitely not exactly the look you're looking for there. Alright, well, we are just chilling out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. Been doing these types of streams all season long. And here we go. Watching on board with Allmendinger, and almost looks like he may have gotten a little bit of contact, or felt like he was getting contact. I don't know if that was potentially wind, but then his hands reacting. Again, his hands start reacting almost as if they just, just graze each other. Alright. Go 4 laps into a 30-lap stage. Cars involved on lap 1 crash. Mayer, Jesse Love, Allgaier, Sammy Smith, Josh Berry, Allmendinger, Connor Daly, Jeb Burton, Parker Retzloff, Leland Honeyman Jr., Jeremy Clements, and Chandler Smith, all involved in this caution. Not necessarily all out of the race, but all involved in the caution. One way or another. And there we go. Looks like Justin Allgaier sneaks through on the very bottom of the track. Alright, there we go. Got that. Honestly, we got everything going pretty well. Hopefully everybody is having a good time. Let me go ahead and just double check, make sure I got the, Alright, there we go. I am going to go ahead and throw an ad in real quick, and then I'm going to go use the bathroom. I will be right back, guys. Alright, yeah, back from commercial break. How's everybody doing? There we go. Alright, hey everybody, how's it going? We actually got people actually talking in the chat. Hey Carl, how's it going? Yeah, early wreck, literally, on the warm-up lap. Oh, and there he is, I was about to say. On the warm-up lap, I selected my driver to win the race, and it was going to be Josh Berry, and he ends up crashing out of the race on lap 1. So, clearly, don't take your betting advice from me on that one, because clearly the curse just absolutely came and struck him, and he just ends up out the race on lap 1, which is unfortunate. But, let's see. It would be cool to see Custer get another win. Yeah, I'd like to see Cole Custer get a win, especially on a non-road course. I think, especially with the announcement that he is going back to Cup this next year, I think seeing him start to stack some wins here would be great. Would certainly help cement that he deserves the second chance that he's going to get in Cup next year regardless. I think that's a great thing there. Let's see. Yeah, I saw them talking about the Chandler Smith thing on the on the TV before the broadcast started there. But yeah, Chandler Smith not getting any sleep because he was excited about the race. Honestly, I mean, hey, I know that this word typically isn't used in a very positive context, but I think it's pretty good when these race car drivers are literally racing addicts and can't stand to not be racing. Yeah, I know. I figured I've got the green screen, figured I wanted to try and experiment with it, figured this was a good chance to try it out, so glad to see you guys are enjoying it. I'm gonna say, yeah, I think the announcers mentioned it before the 3:30 broadcast window actually opened. During the pre-race broadcast, I think they talked about it, but maybe I was seeing them talking about something else, or at least I saw them talk about him not being able to get much sleep. The fact that they may have missed him actually yawning there in the car could be a thing, which, good thing is, I don't think there's much that can keep you more awake than going 180 miles an hour in a race car, which, granted, these Xfinity Series cars, I'd have to double check and see what the lap speeds are and all that, but I would anticipate that they're probably at or near 175, 180 lap average speeds. I know the Cup Series car was, the Cup Series pole sitter, Tyler Reddick, was able to turn, what was it, a 181, 182 mile an hour lap average speed. So yeah, pretty big one there, and looks like, oh, we're getting the one to go, the one to green signal. And they're going to hit the line, and it is going to be choose cone time, and there we go, yep. Eric Almirola just let the two Stuart Haas cars back on the lead, or on the front row. If I'm Eric Almirola there, I absolutely try and split up the two Stuart Haas cars. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I am from Maine. Closest racetrack to me, if you want to go off of ones that you guys should know from the NASCAR Cup Series, it would be New Hampshire Motor Speedway. But we also have Oxford Plains Speedway, which you guys would potentially know from having driven it on iRacing. I was there getting to watch Kyle Busch race a couple weeks ago. And then I've also got a local dirt track about 30 minutes away that I go to pretty regularly. But for tracks that people around the world should know, New Hampshire Motor Speedway is probably the easy one to name. And then Oxford, which... Actually, Oxford did host NASCAR Cup Series races for 3 years back in the 60s. 66, 67, and 68. But it only hosted Cup races for those 3 years and then was off the schedule, so... Yep. Those are the Cup tracks around. Those are the NASCAR Cup tracks around. But here we go. Doubled up. Again, green flag will be out this time. They're currently going through turn 3. I'm still stunned that Almirola didn't went to the inside behind Custer. I mean, because clearly I think the plan here is going to be for Custer to just drag the brake and potentially let Herbst down in front of him. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason why you don't do that at this point. And here we go. Lights are off on the pace car. Everybody's weaving, trying to get their tires warmed up. Through turn 4. Anthony Alfredo still up there in that top 5. Could be an interesting pick for the win. Not saying I'm picking him for the win, but he could be interesting here. And as they come off the corner, we're going to see that pace car make that sharp turn down towards pit road. And it's making the decision pretty late. Yep, there we go. Pace car comes down pit road, leaving the field in the hands of the two Stuart Haas cars on that front row. Cole Custer, Riley Herbst. Let's try this again. And here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We're back to racing. And once again, let's see if we can actually make it a lap this time. And, oh, Anthony Alfredo already starting to put blocks there. I believe that was on AJ Allmendinger. He was attempting to stop a move up the inside on through the first corner or two. But here we go. All right, down through turn 2. They are still side by side. The Stewart-Haas car is not playing as nicely as I would imagine. Although, again, they are actually, it almost worked out there as Custer actually started to build a bit of a gap to himself and Almirola. Now you've got Almirola trying to go up top, and honestly, Riley Herbst just building more momentum on that top side of the racetrack. Might start to convince drivers to maybe select that outside line here. But, yeah, here we go. Let's see. And they're still side by side off the corner. It is going to be Riley Herbst, I believe, going to lead at the line. No, actually, big push from Eric Almirola and Brandon Jones gets Cole Custer out ahead of Riley Herbst just in time for the line to still not record a lead change after 8 laps in. But that's going to start to bury Riley Herbst a little bit further down the running order, which means the Stewart-Haas cars can't just control the front of the field all day, which that was kind of the original concern when you see a team lock out the front 2 spots, or if it's someone like Joe Gibbs Racing, if you see him lock out the top 4 spots. Yeah, that's always a concern, because it's like, okay, with that kind of dominance, what is the rest of the field going to have for him? Luckily, it seems like the rest of the field definitely has something for the Stewart-Haas cars, and at least we'll keep it an interesting race here. Let's see. Richard Petty was over in the UK for the Goodwin Festival of Speed. Yeah, it was probably a replica car, but honestly, when it comes to the Festival of Speed, those cars are really... I've seen some photos and stuff, never been over to the UK at all, but I've seen some photos and videos from that, and the Festival of Speed is always a fun one. Always great to hear Lee Diffie talk about it as well, and after the Olympic break, which starts after tomorrow's Cup race, Lee Diffie will be coming over to broadcast NASCAR. I believe the remainder of the season he will be the color commentator, or not the color, the play-by-play commentator for the NASCAR Cup Series. So, looking forward to that. I really like Lee Diffie's commentary style, especially with how it adapts from his usual go-to of talking about actual foot races in the Olympics. He's the track and field commentator over there, and so I think it applies really well to road racing and the IndyCar series. So curious to see how it works with NASCAR and the ovals later this year. But yeah, we're just kind of settling into position here and just kind of riding for a bit. Again, right now Cole Custer's got about a half-second lead here. Other drivers just kind of starting to feel out their cars, starting to learn this track. Josh Williams in the 9th position, closing in on the back bumper of Alfredo for that 8th position. And speaking of guys closing in, Allgaier closing in on Herbst for the 4th position. Riley Herbst, no teammate around to save him here. Justin Allgaier just closes in on him. Down the inside, go for the side draft all the way to the bottom to avoid getting side drafted and clear. A perfectly textbook pass from one of the most experienced drivers in this NASCAR Xfinity Series field. I legitimately think Allgaier probably has more starts than the entire rest of the field combined, potentially. Like, this NASCAR Xfinity Series field, while experienced, when you compare to some of them. But, yeah, there we go. Oval wins on the Xfinity wins on the Indianapolis Oval there. Kyle Busch, the only driver to actually repeat a win at the Brickyard here. Obviously Kyle Busch is not in the field today, so we potentially could see another duplicate or maybe a new winner. Cole Custer's never won on the Indy Oval, so say if he wins it, that'd be a new one. Almirola, I think Jones, obviously Jones, Herbst would be new winners. Carson Quaffle, obviously new. Allmendinger's never won here. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to really... I'd be curious to see which former winner, potentially, would have a good shot at this one. Problem is, I think the only former winner in the field might be, legitimately, would be Justin Allgaier. I think he might be the only winner from the NASCAR Xfinity Series Oval that isn't already up in Cup. But, yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see. Alright, Agent Eliminator got his best finish of the last 2 months. In last week's Xfinity Series race at Pocono, getting a 6th place finish for Allmendinger. And again, kind of the front two settling in. Those two are now have gotten themselves clear by about 3 seconds between Almirola and Jones. So again, they can start to kind of breathe. Only 2 drivers officially out of the race are Sam Mayer and Josh Berry. Now, as of right now, Almirola, he's just taking his time, biding his time, waiting this one out. Alright, let's see again. Right now, Ryan Sieg's actually a story to watch because he's in position to potentially try and point his way to the playoffs. Especially where I know I saw Sammy Smith involved in that earlier wreck. Curious to see if that ends up playing into this points battle coming down the stretch. And then we got, but yeah, Eric Almirola, he's closed up to the back bumper of Custer. He's looking for a potential way around. He just doesn't have quite the outright pace there to try and make the pass. Alright, so yeah, right now they're actually making a pretty decent lap time around here. Looking at the lap times, I mean, 55s aren't terrible. I mean, it's not the sub-50 lap time that the Cup cars are running, but probably a solid 175 mile an hour average. Alright, let's see. Again, right now they're just kind of working their way through this one. So far, Almirola hasn't really had any big runs to really challenge Custer with, and the runs that he has brought so far, Cole Custer's been able to stave off the challenge. And I say, in particular, that snaking down the straightaways has been able to break the draft of Almirola, not allow Almirola to get a real attempt at a pass. But in doing so, he has pretty much created an island where, realistically, they are the only 2 cars on the island. Alright, let's see again. Right now, we're just kind of waiting this one out. Officially halfway through stage number 1. Alright, let's go ahead and start up a poll. Who wins stage 1? Alright, let's see. Oh, we got a caution flag out. Oh, what's the caution for? I was about to start making jokes and stuff about the green flag pace and potentially do we see anybody try and flip the stage, but now there's an actual chance to potentially for somebody to flip the stage here. Almirola. Now, I guess I do have to list a 4th or a 3rd driver here. Justin Allgaier. I was originally going to leave it to just 2 options and then other because of how spaced out they were, but now there's a real shot at a win. I'm going to include another option. let's see. Alright, there we go. Got the poll put up. Alright, so here we go. Oh, let's say, so yeah, they can fill up now. They're talking about being able to fill up now and make it to the end of stage 2? I don't know. That'd be a stretch. I mean, yeah, you'd get some caution laps. Make it to 40 laps, but I mean, granted, I would be, I don't know. I guess if I've already won a race or if I'm not competing for points, I'm pitting here to try and go and get some track position, try and run it close to the end of the stage 2. But my plan usually is almost always to go and say, I'm going to pit before the end of stage 2, flip the strategy for the end of the race. That, because I think flipping the strategy at the end of stage 2 is far more important than getting a lead now. That way you can potentially win stage 1. Now, obviously, there are other drivers with other agendas, like, you know, you got guys like Allmendinger who don't have a... Has Allmendinger really not won a race this year? It doesn't feel like he has, but I would be hard-pressed to say that I could name one that he won. Alright, let's see. Allmendinger... Yeah, Allmendinger has not won yet this year. Only 3 top 5s. Alright, well, I was right on that. I didn't think I was. I thought for sure he would have won a race at some point. But here we go. Amarola, Cole Custer, Allgaier, and Brandon Jones, the 4 drivers being highlighted on the pit stops here. Alright, let's see. Amarola jumps 2 spots there on pit road. Passes Custer. Custer drops 1. Allgaier and Brandon Jones both gaining a spot. Austin Hill jumps 10 spots. Carson Quaffle jumps a spot. You know, Alfredo 2 spots. Sheldon Creed jumps 18 spots. I want to know how these drivers are jumping these amounts of spots while taking 4 tires. Because most of them were listed as 4-tire stops. And, yeah, they end up gaining tons of spaces like that. Alright, there we go, there we go. Alright, so yeah, we still have 11 people hanging out in the chat. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, let's see. Let's see if there's anything interesting on Twitter. Let's see. Again, we're just checking Twitter, seeing if there's anything entertaining on there. Usually isn't, but I always like to double check, see if anybody's coming up with stuff, but there we go. Alright, well, not seeing anything there. Let's go ahead and check out IndyCar, since IndyCar had a practice session, and they should be doing qualifying, final round qualifying actually right now over on Peacock. Alright, well, let's pull up Peacock and see if we can take a look at IndyCar final round qualifying here. Let's see, sports. Alright, here we go. IndyCar Toronto qualifying. Meanwhile, we're back from our commercial break here. Oh, alright, looks like they are either out the cars or waiting to go in the cars for the final round. So you're going to be going green flag racing with 10 laps to go. Alright, let's see. Again, doubled up, ready to go racing. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. Again, just kind of keeping an eye over on the IndyCar stuff as well. I don't have my usual stand to go and prop the phone up near the camera for line of sight. Yeah, I'm certainly not. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Brandon Jones's Indy Oval finishes so far, 2016 through 2019, never finished worse than 10th, which is pretty impressive. And yeah, he ends up having a 6th place finish as his best, but alright, let's see again. Right now, pace car should be pulling off here any moment. Herbst, Allmendinger, and Sieg, the top 3. There we go. Field in the hands of Riley Herbst and AJ Allmendinger on that front row. And yeah, those Chevy teammates on that top side are going to be tough to beat. Plug out. Alright, again, right now they're just waiting to see Matt Benedetto up into the top 5. There we go. Credit to Matt Benedetto. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just kind of working our way through this one. You got Brennan Poole in the number 44 car, Connor Daly in the 26 car. A bunch of interesting faces near the front of the field now that we've had the first pit stop. Yeah, Ryan Sieg looking to try and make his way to the front of the field. Imagine if Ryan Sieg goes out here and wins a race. If he wins, he moves himself up into the playoffs guaranteed, bumping out Sammy Smith. Let's see again. Right now, 9 laps to go. Just working their way through this one. I'm curious to see what ends up happening here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, right now everybody just kind of falling in the line here. We got 9 laps to go till points are paid. And these drivers don't want to end up wrecking out with still 8 laps left, so they're paid. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Alfredo to the outside there with the 92. Now Shane Megas working down the inside on the number 92. They're definitely working their way around this guy. Let's see again. Right now, we're just kind of waiting this stage again. They kind of are filtering in the line, and they're gonna wait until later in the stage to try and go for it. All right, let's see again. Right now, we're just kind of waiting. This Again, I'm a little tired here. This race is, yeah, they're just kind of filtering the line, waiting for something to happen here. Here we go. Brandon Jones the inside. There we go. That's a move I can talk about. There we go. Brandon Jones making a move here on Daniel Dye for the 9th position here. And other drivers starting to pop out of line. Drivers maybe starting to think that they might need to make the move sooner rather than later here. There we go. Talking about DeBenedetto, Ryan Sieg, and alright, let's see again. Right now they're working their way through this one, but I don't know what the alright, let's see. 38 and 48, that's going to be DeBenedetto, Kligerman running 4th and 5th. Running pretty well. Obviously, due to the stage right here, they're going to get something. And here we go, let's see. Alright, let's see. And now they're showing off, oh, there we go, the playoff bubble, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So Ryan Sieg currently 11 points ahead of Sammy Smith as they currently run. Obviously, Ryan Sieg currently the 2nd place driver. And, yeah, Sammy Smith was involved in that first crash of the day. Not out the race, but definitely stuck in the, definitely stuck in those 20s to 30s range. There we go. Cole Custer re-enters the top 10 after pitting for his fuel and tires. Alright, here we go. 6 laps to go. They're just working their way through this one. Not much, again, not many big moves going on here. You got Austin Hill looking the inside here, but yeah, everybody kind of going with him here. No one really looking to pop out of line. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just working our way through this one. Custer is now passing Connor Daly here for the 9th position. Custer continuing to impress. If he can impress his way all the way around the field, that would be impressive. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just kind of waiting. Everybody, like, Riley Herbst just got such a good jump on that restart that there is no competition here. Hey Nick, how's it going? But yeah, literally there is no competition from behind it. There we go. Finally, Allmendinger starting to make a move here on Ryan Sieg. And we got Eric Almirola starting to make some moves, trying to keep up with the 00 of Cole Custer here. Alright, starting to make some moves. There we go. Finally something to be excited about. Again, Allgaier made up some spots there after the pit stop. And after the pit stop, we imagined a lot of these guys will end up flipping into the stage and end up back up at the front. As opposed to right now, Sieg, Allmendinger, Kligerman, DeBenedetto, they're all here for one reason and one reason only. Trying to earn as many stage points as they can before it ends. Alright, there we go. AJ Allmendinger to the inside. Can Allmendinger clear him? Yeah, Allmendinger clears Ryan Sieg with very little effort there. There we go. Just saying, that's another point off Ryan Sieg's plate, but hey. Alright, again, right now we're just kind of waiting for this one. Man, I wish I had a fan in here because it is really warm. And yet, looks like the IndyCar did wrap up, so I'm going to go ahead and just take a look at the results over there. You know, once they're available. Alright, let's see again. Right now, working their way through this one. Allgaier has actually made his way up into the top five. Say he's going to be knocking on the door of that top five here sooner rather than later. DiBenedetto starting to fall down the list. Custer up to 8th. Allgaier to 6th. Right now, Brandon Jones fighting with Parker Kligerman for the 4th spot. Alright, so there we go. Wow, David Malukas up in the Fast 6 again. There we go. Good on David. And here we go. Not going to be nearly the barn burner that they finished to the either the 2018 or the 2019, whichever the real bit. I think it was 2018, the super rainy Brickyard. But yeah, it's not going to be quite on par with that stage finish. Pretty sure this stage finish is forever and burned into anybody who saw its memory. Hey, it's not my fault the drivers are not making moves. Here we go. And say until the last lap. There we go. Brandon Jones makes the pass there up to the 4th position. And here we go. Let's see. Can Kligerman counter here? It's the final lap. Say, any chance to try and grab some points here? Right now, you've got Allgaier to 5th. Say, Custer looking for 6th here on Kligerman here. They're all trying to grab as many points as they can. Through turn 4. Off the final corner. There we go. The Stewart-Haas Fords do win stage 1 as Riley Herbst is able to win the stage over Allmendinger. 3rd place, Ryan Sieg. 4th is going to be Brandon Jones. 5th, Justin Allgaier. 6th, Cole Custer. 7th, Parker Kligerman. Eric Almirola comes home in the 8th position. Carson Quaffle coming home in the 9th position, driving the number 88 car. And Matt DiBenedetto coming home in the 10th spot, getting that final point. Austin Hill, the first driver to miss out on points. And there we go. But yeah, Cole Custer's pretty easily, I think, going to be the regular season champion. If he's up 50 points as they currently run over Justin Allgaier. And with the fact that I think Cole Custer is probably going to excel at everything other than Daytona coming up, I think it's going to be hard to make that kind of ground up. Alright, let's see. What else do we got for storylines here under the caution flag? For looking at the points as they run. Hey, 23XI, how's it going? Alright, let's see. Looking at the IndyCar... looking at IndyCar results here right now. Starting lineup. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So, Colton Herta, Kyle Kirkwood going to share the front row. 2 Andretti drivers. Rosenquist and McLaughlin, row 2. Row 3 is Roman Grosjean and David Malukas. Newgarden and Rahal, row 4. Row 5 is going to be Will Power and Augustine Canapino. Row 6 is going to be Ericsson and Christian Rasmussen. Marcus Armstrong in the number 11 and Pato O'Ward will be sharing row 7. Row 8 will be Dixon and Lundgaard. Row 9, Santino Ferrucci and Alex Palou. Nolan Siegel and Kiffin Simpson, a pair of rookies, sharing row 10 over in the IndyCar race. Row 11 will be Toby Sawyer, who is making his first IndyCar start for the number 11 team. Or for the number 51 team, rolling off in the 11th row, along with Renus VK. Fittipaldi and Lundquist, row 12. Row 13 will be Hunter McElroy and Theo Pourchaire, a pair of backup drivers, and Stingray Robb in the 27th position to start tomorrow's IndyCar race. And there we go. That is your starting lineup for the IndyCars as they just finished qualifying. And let's see what the... Alright, there we go. And they finally... are they coming back from commercial break or just sending us to a commercial? Okay, they're just coming back from commercial, so... There we go. Alright, let's see. Again, stage 1 currently in the books. They're showing the points as they run. Obviously, Riley Herbst is the big one. He's got the win right now, so that would put him in for sure. I believe he's a ton of points above, so it doesn't matter a ton. And say, really the biggest kind of intrigue there around that cut line is going to be the Ryan Sieg versus Sammy Smith battle. And here we go. Pit road's open, and we're going to see a bunch of them coming down pit road. The ones who pitted most recently, probably not. Yep, there we go. Brandon Jones stays out. So does the rest of the cars who pitted previously. But here comes Ryan Sieg, Allmendinger, and the rest of the leaders coming down pit road. Riley Herbst as well. Alright, so that's going to promote Brandon Jones to the race lead. Meanwhile, we've got pit stops from Parker Kligerman, AJ Allmendinger, Riley Herbst, Ryan Sieg going on. Alright, let's see. Who's going to get done their stops first? They don't have the clocks going. That's weird. They don't have the pit stop clocks going, but let's see. And Allmendinger's done first, but obviously he could just be higher up the pit box order here. And yet, Riley Herbst's going to get off first. Yeah, Allmendinger is going to come out second. Looks like it's going to be third place is going to go to... Who's that? Whose car is that? No idea whose car that is, and they aren't showing the leaderboard as to who gained and lost spots on pit road. Alright, let's see. Let's see. So they went back to commercial break. I'm going to go grab some water and I will be right back, guys. Going to also run a quick ad. are back and we are ready for stage number 2. Brandon Jones, Justin Allgaier, and Cole Custer are going to be the top 3 to restart this one. Let's go ahead and start up a poll. Who wins stage 2? Justin. Allgaier. Always find Allgaier's spelling of his name weird. Go, got that done, and we got ourselves a stage 2 poll as we are green flags out. Brandon Jones and Justin Allgaier jumping out to a lead here. But again, this track, definitely a different experience than Pocono last week, despite being very often compared, and a lot of the same drivers tend to do well here. Restart is under review. Okay, I did not get a chance to see the exact restart as they went green because I was finishing typing up the poll, but here we go. I'm sure we'll get a replay since it is under review. Carson Quaffle up into the top 5. There we go. Creed making progress. Riley Herbst's going to be coming from the 8th position. Going to try and win the stage if he can, obviously. But right now, there are guys popping out of line pretty much everywhere. And whose car is that that's really badly damaged in the back there? There's one Camaro that nobody wants to get behind. But again, right now, we're just kind of waiting this one out, seeing what the decision is going to be on the restart. There's the 26th Connor Daly fighting with Ryan Sieg for the spot. Oh, Ryan Sieg nearly gets wrecked there by Shane Van Gisbergen. And again, everybody kind of filtering out of line there. And as I say, they're fighting pretty hard for that 12th spot. Connor Daly currently holding on to the 12th spot. Van Gisbergen, the 19 of Graff, the 39 of Sieg, all fighting pretty good for it. And here we go. Let's see. And yeah, again, everybody kind of fanning out on the back straightaway even. AJ Allmendinger and Eric, not Allmendinger. Yeah, it's Allmendinger and not sure who the car behind him is. Is it Daly? Was that him and Daly popping in and out of line there? But yeah, it seems like down the front straightaway there's a lot more drivers popping out of line, and that was Jesse Love that nobody wanted to get behind in the line earlier. But yeah, I mean, down the front straightaway, they are fanning out pretty wide, and everybody's basically trying to snake the draft here. Not quite as aggressive as it is in IndyCar, but still definitely a interesting one. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Alright, let's see. We're 8 laps into this stage. And say the Olympics begin Friday. So, there we go. A week from yesterday. It was only 6 days away from the Olympics beginning. This is kind of our last week of regular stuff before we head into the Olympic break, which again, there will be content. I have videos prepared that will be coming during the during the 2 off weeks, so there will at least be some kind of content on the channel during that time frame. So don't worry, I'm not going to be leaving you guys high and dry. Even though I know I've been talking about wanting to do videos, but just have only ended up finding time to stream. But we're also getting close to the football season, and I'm also starting to circle a couple of games on the calendar that I'm going to be streaming for that. I know my dad and I are going to be doing the, I believe it's Monday Night Football between, it's either Monday or Sunday Night Football between Jets and Colts. We'll be streaming that one together later this year. But yeah, we're just kind of settling in. It's a weird race because we haven't seen this track in a while, and it is such a different track from anything else on the schedule. I mean, in concept, yeah, Pocono is very similar, but in actual, like, racing quality, it's a fair bit different. Not that it's bad. It's actually, I quite enjoy this racing. Alright, so here we go. Just looking to see what's going to end up happening here. But yeah, it looks like everybody's just kind of opted to get in a single file line here and just kind of train away from everybody else. Try and make this a 4-car race to the lead rather than a 10, 15 car race to the lead. Trying to put Quaffle and the rest at least 2 seconds behind the 4th place car. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just kind of waiting this one out. Let's see. You've got Quaffle and Riley Herbst, the only 2 cars kind of back there trying to tread water, but I think the 4-car field ahead of them is going to end up training away from them. Actually, they might be catching him, actually. Alright, now the leaders are starting to snake here, potentially looking for passes here. Justin Allgaier are going to jump to the lead. Justin Allgaier jumps to the lead, and Cole Custer able to sneak on through. And Cole Custer is going to try and sneak to the lead while Allgaier runs a little wide here. Alright, let's see. What do we got going on here? We got Cole Custer, Brandon Jones. Again, Brandon Jones actually able to sneak ahead, and everybody got by Allgaier. Allgaier fell to the back of the line, which is a little weird. Alright, let's see. And they're going to commercial break. We're actually closing in on halfway in stage 2 already. And we're going to get a side-by-side commercial. Let's go! Side-by-side commercial, which means we get to actually see some on-track action as they cross the halfway mark in the stage. Alright, let's see. What do we got? How's everybody doing? How's everybody's picks for the win going? Because, yeah. Let's just say mine is going to finish dead last. I'll say the pick for the stage is we currently have a pretty close race here between Allgaier and Custer. We think Allgaier. Honestly, the way the stage is actually starting to brew, it's actually starting to remind me of that infamous stage from, again, I think it was the 2018 Xfinity race, stage 1, where you ended up having 4 cars cross the line for the stage. And ultimately, it ended up being the car that was 4th coming off the, coming off of turn 4. That 4th place car ended up being the one to take the win. Alright, let's see. Again, right now they're just kind of working their way through it, but Custer's starting to get a bit of a lead, which means if the rest of the field can build a run and catch him with a head of steam, that could bode pretty badly for Custer, but again, we'll have to wait and see what the field can do. Looks like Riley Herbst on the fresher tires have been able to pretty much catch the back of this single file train, adding a 5th car to the mix. Now, the good thing is, it seems like that's only going to be the 5th one. Alright, let's see again. Oh, we got to the inside goes, to the inside goes Allgaier there, making the move on his teammate, Brandon Jones. And Riley Herbst officially right on the back bumper and to the inside of Brandon Jones. Riley Herbst making a move. There we go. Riley Herbst has entered that top 4, and now there's a 3-car train. 5th, 4th, and 3rd. The top 2 have stayed out of the frame as of right now. But we have officially crossed halfway in stage 2, and we are rocketing towards halfway in the race as a whole here in about 6 laps. Now, granted, Custer has been able to put on an absolute clinic and has been able to actually pull away from Amarola by about a second and a half here. And, right now, if Herbst is going to fight with Allgaier, I don't think there's any chance of catching Custer for the stage win. Now, if all 3 can work together, I really believe that catching Custer might be possible, but problem is that we haven't really proven it yet. And I don't know if we're going to prove it, honestly, with the way that they're running. I think ultimately they might get selfish and fight with each other instead of fighting for trying to take the spot. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Showing Cole Custer through, compared to last year through the first 19 events. Custer had 2 wins at this point last year. Obviously, he didn't have the same competition on the road courses that he did last year. But he does have more top 5s. More top 10s, more laps led, better average finish. Honestly, everything Custer's doing this year does look better than his championship year, aside from that extra win. There we go. Allgaier starting to snake just a bit. But again, I'd worry if you're snaking with 2 drivers trying to follow you, because that could lead to some issues. But there we go. Riley Herbst's going to try and assert that he should be the leader of this line. Again, you just need to pick somebody and go. And here we go. Sammy Smith now has a 1-point lead over Ryan Sieg as they currently run. Which means Sieg must have fallen all the way back to be right near Sammy Smith and or maybe... no. Actually, never mind. Ryan Sieg's just, I guess, 8th place, and I guess he's just not earning the same amount of points I thought he was earlier. It seemed weird that level of points would be... Let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing a 5-point difference here on my side, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But so far, based on points earned earlier today, Riley Herbst might be in position for the best point total on the day. Allendale earning some good points. Honestly, the fact that Ryan Sieg might earn good points is pretty good. And let's see, Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, both of those drivers trying to earn their first points of the day. Although Austin Hill doesn't really need them. Creed probably doesn't need them either. He's in an okay spot to make the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's in a good spot. Obviously, he could be in a better spot, but alright, let's see. 20 laps in. We are officially across the halfway point. No matter what happens tonight, Meteor could strike the track, race would end. And yeah, we are, we have made it the official distance. Alright, there we go. We got 11 people hanging out in chat, of course. Hey, thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, if you guys are enjoying the video, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos of live streams. Again, we've been streaming every race, so a lot of the races throughout the season, including, I don't think I've missed a cup race yet. I'm trying to remember if there's been any rained out cup races that I wasn't able to be there for the main event on Monday. In fact, let me go ahead and just double check. If there's been any cup races that I haven't, on a Monday that I haven't been able to watch. Let's see. Wow. We've only had only the Daytona 500 has been pushed to a Monday? Pretty impressive if that is accurate, which certainly could be. Alright, let's see. Again, we're in a side-by-side commercial, so we got we got a shot to see if there's a chance to battle for something. Right now it looks like if there is going to be a battle, it's going to be between the 7 and the 9 for the 4th position. Alright, let's see. So, 8 laps to go in stage number 2. Alright, let's see. Let's see, 7 laps to go, still no real action, and honestly, I'll be honest, the NASCAR nonstop camera's not finding a lot during this during this commercial. I don't know if that's because there just isn't much to find, or because they're too fixated on this very slow duel between the 7 and the 9, because really, the battle for 4th should not be the most exciting part of this race. Certainly not with the way it's going right now. And I say it certainly could be a moment, but here we go. They're talking about the new. They got the new college football ad there. But yeah, right now, I mean, they're stalking each other, but nothing's really happening for the 4th position. I don't know why the camera crew seems obsessed with this is the battle. I mean, I would potentially go ahead and show it around to a couple of other ones. And caution flag's out. 4th caution flag of the day. This one might end the stage. We'll have to wait and see. But let's see. 44 Brennan Poole is going to end up being the cause of the caution. Only 5 laps to go. I don't think they can possibly get this thing back going. If so, it will be a very close one. So, there we go. Caution flag comes out for Brennan Poole. Looks like an engine expiration there. And, yep. So, he is going to roll it down pit road. And it's going to be 5 laps to go. Going to be 4 to go this time by. I don't know if they can get this thing back green. If they can, if this is going to be a 1-lap duel, this could be an amazing finish to this stage. NASCAR, actually, you know what? NASCAR, please, whatever you do, get this race back going. I want to see the 1-lap dash at Indy. I think the 1-lap dash could be a pretty good one here. Let's go. I'm all for it. I'm all for the 1-lap dash, sprint to the checkers. Let's go. Let's do it. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, we're hanging out, having a good time, and yeah. Hopefully everybody else is too. Just kind of mess around with the background right now while we're currently under caution. Oh, okay, so... Alright. I'm going to have to put something behind there, to help differentiate from the background, because I want to see how much room I have to play with. Let's see. Just looking for one of my flat colors. I don't have very many flat colors, apparently. Oh, here we go. Solid white background. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Alright, there we go. Come on, drag that down. Alright. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So I can go 17 pixels up on the on that template. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Alright, they are talking about the potential. We could see it. The quickie yellow and a potential 1, maybe 2-lap restart for the checkers. This duel is going to be insane if they open this pit road and we do get the chance to go back racing. Alright, hopefully you guys are as excited as I am for this one. If we get back to a 1-lap restart, that would be legitimately one of the most insane things I think I've seen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That felt like too much, but we're gonna go ahead and try just check this, see if it's the right height. Because I'm trying to create a template so that when I go and make backgrounds potentially going forward, I've got the right height for these ones. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and... Okay, yeah, no, that is too tall. Alright, let's see, how many pixels are we over by? 16, so I went about twice too high, so let's try and cut it down by half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they did open pit road. I thought they might opt to not, but no, here we go. Riley Herbst comes out the pit road, jumps in front of his teammate. It's going to be Stewart-Haas teammates on the front row. Herbst and Custer, Amarola and Allmendinger, Allgaier rounding out your top 5. Yeah. A lot of spots gained and lost. Curious to see what this restart's going to look like here. Actually, you know what? I can solve this problem pretty easily now that I know what I need. Let's see. Going to go ahead and boom. Alright, I think that should be just about perfect. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Alright, well, I've played around a bit, but we're going to go ahead and just switch back to the good old standard and center it, and there we go. We'll play around with it some more later, but after the stream, but here we go. 3 laps to go. Now it's going to be 2 laps to go here. Is this going to be... Are we going to see a... Yeah, it's going to be a 1-lap dash. Let's go. 1-lap dash for the checkers here. Let's go. Alright, here we go. 1-lap dash for the checkers here in the stage. And it's not going to... And the Stewart-Haas car is going to be row 2. Sieg and Honeyman Jr. start on the front row. Herbst, Custer, row 2. Row 3, Amarola, Allgaier. Row 4, Austin Hill and Allmendinger. Here we go. This is going to be a fun one. Can't wait to see what ends up happening here. Again, these 2 drivers stayed out to try and get the stage points. You've got everybody else on fresh tires. And by everybody, I mean everybody. And let's see what's going to end up happening here. So there we go. Best finish of 10th here. The last time they raced at this track, Ryan Z got a 10th place finish. I think a stage win here would absolutely rock his world. And obviously the race win is what they're actually going to be going for. Not just looking for a... they're not worrying about what the... stage result is going to be, although the points are going to be a big help for Ryan Sieg in the fight against Sam Smith. But here we go, let's see. Again, it will be a one-lap dash. I can't wait to see this. Lights are off on the pace car. And we're going to be bringing them down to the green flag this time by... What on earth could a one-lap dash even end up looking like? We've seen... I mean, on the start of the race, we saw what one lap could do. Is there even a chance we get this thing back to the green flag? Alright, well, I guess we're going to get a chance to see it. Let's see. One lap dash here to the checkers. Here we go. Pace car pulls off. It is going to be a one lap dash for stage 2. Ryan Sieg, Leland Honeyman Jr. on the front row. Row 2 is the Stewart-Haas cars, and it is green, green, green. Green flag is out, and we are back to racing here. Stage 2 is coming to a close, and we are about to see one of the most amazing one-lap dashes I think we've ever seen. Although we have not seen very many one-lap dashes, I will be fully honest on that one. Ryan Sieg jumps out ahead. Looks like Leland Honeyman may be having a little bit of trouble there, filtering everybody through the bottom line. Curious to see what they're going to end up doing going into turn 3. Riley Herbst is tracking down Ryan Sieg here. Ryan versus Riley here. You got Eric Almirola making a move. You got AJ Allmendinger. Other drivers jumping down to the bottom. It looks like Allgaier, SVG, making moves out of line, trying to gain whatever spots they can. But I think it's going to come up short. It's going to be down to Almirola. Almirola versus Herbst versus Ryan Sieg through turns 3 and 4. Off the final corner, and it's going to be down to the bottom. Down to the bottom, it's going to be, yes, Riley Herbst gets blocked, and it's going to be Ryan Sieg with the stage win. Eric Almirola does come home second. Wow. I was going to say, Riley Herbst loses spot there as he was trying to make the move for the lead. Wow. Can't believe that. That was incredible. Alright, there we go. So, stage 2 winner. You got yourself a Ryan Sieg. And honestly, I think this stage would have been better. I mean, I love Ryan Sieg, and congratulations to him. But I think this stage would have been a lot more interesting if everybody had been able to actually get by Leland Honeyman Jr. there. Because the fact that there was no competition on the inside line for that battle definitely, I think, hurt the tense intensity there, as everybody had to get filtered through on the bottom. Well, we've seen 4 different lead changes amongst 4 different drivers. No driver has been able to lead this race twice yet. But definitely curious to see what ends up happening as we go back to the green flag for stage number 3. Again, 40 laps to go. It's not a long... This race is flying by compared to last night's 200 lapper at IRP. Alright, well, welcome everybody. We got 11 people still hanging out in here. Thank you guys. Go ahead and see what the, check the other stats. Hey, we crossed 2,600. Let's go! We hit the 2,600 mark. Let's go! Continuing that charge towards 3,000 subscribers. I'm sure we're going to hit that eventually, but hey, we hit 2,600. Every landmark is a win. Let's go. I'm excited. We hit 2,500 earlier this year. We've now hit 2,600. If there's any shot we hit 3K this year, that would be unbelievable. I would be stoked. Alright, so there we go. We got that, and we are just chilling here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Let's see. Again, not sure what I'm going to end up doing in terms of scheduling the stream tomorrow. I might have to schedule the stream really early, so just make sure you guys click reminder. Oh, one of my favorite graphics of in all of sports. All the different, all the different venues that you can jigsaw puzzle fit into the inside of the Indianapolis Oval. Roman Coliseum, Rose Bowl, Liberty Island, the White House, Yankee Stadium, Taj Mahal, the country of the Vatican City, and Churchill Downs, all combined, you can fit into the infield at Indianapolis, which I think is just utterly insane that you can fit that much stuff into the middle of a racetrack. You can put all that inside of a racetrack. I mean, is it fair that we could potentially go and can we declare that the Indianapolis racetrack itself can be its own country? Like, is that something we could do? I mean, obviously, love the patrioticness on Memorial Day weekend, but that would just be funny to watch a racetrack be declared its own country just because of its size. I mean, granted, Vatican City is a country as well, and it can fit in the infield, so obviously countries can be that small, but yeah. And here we go. Pit road. That's going to put Eric Almirola back to actually, I said back to the lead, but no, that is going to be Eric Almirola's first laps led on the day. That does not feel right. I don't know. I feel like Almirola has to have led a lap at some point on the day, but no, I guess not. Alright. There we go. So we'll have about 35 laps when they go back green. Should be able to make it on fuel from start to finish. I don't know what the end result's going to be there, but we should be able to make it green flag to the finish, assuming that it does go green flag. But yeah, there we go. Also got got a Pokemon tournament tonight. That should be pretty fun. Let me know if you guys would like to see me stream it. If I do stream it, it would probably be over on my Twitch because that's where I do more of my general gaming stuff. If you guys want to follow me over there, it's Ryan Dyer Gaming. I'm almost certain it's one of the links in the description. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we're still at commercial break. We're just chilling. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new. Again, we just hit 2,600 subscribers, and we're not stopping anytime soon. Most points today, Herbst and Sieg end up tying for 18 points on the day. Allmendinger getting a total of 16 points on the day. That's not bad. Almirola and Allgaier both getting 12 points apiece. Cole Custer getting himself a nice even 10 points on the day. Brandon Jones and others earning a little less than 10 points on the day, but still a very good day there. And they got Dale Jarrett down in what I believe is Victory Lane doing a piece. So here we go. let's see. Yep, one win this year for Almirola so far in the Xfinity Series when he won at Martinsville in April. Obviously, he's not full-time, so that does not put him into the playoffs, as he's not eligible for the playoffs, but certainly every win is important, and that 20 car very much could be a real threat for a regular, or for an owner's title this year, with the amount of experience that car has had behind the wheel. Well, I'd be curious to see, is 20 car leading the owner's points? Let's see. No, the 20... Okay, something's weird because the 20 is not even close on owner's points. I guess then the... my guess is that since the drivers don't earn driver points, maybe those drivers don't count towards owner's points either for the night. For the 20, so guys like, you know, when Christopher Bell goes out there and wins at New Hampshire, it didn't count for anything. I mean, that'd be a way to keep it fair for the full-time drivers trying to go for that owner's title too, but I mean, it's so often that the owner title just is the battle for the championship that it doesn't really matter. Alright, and there we go. We are settling in and ready to go back to green. You know, we are less than 40 laps away from the checkered flag. And say, in this field, it's going to be a fun one. Are they going to be going... I'm going to wait and see if they go lights off on the pace car this time by. Yep, here we go. One to go at the line, or one to green at the line. And here we go. Let's see. Almirola's going to take bottom, and so does Herbst. Both of them go bottom, allowing Allmendinger to take the front row outside line. And then you got Allgaier in the outside line. Van Gisbergen to the outside. Custer inside. A couple of guys that are very familiar with each other. Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed will be sharing a row in row 4. Then you got Anthony Alfredo, and I did not see who the other driver there was, but we got Anthony Alfredo in row 5. On the inside of row 5, and it's going to be probably Connor Daly, if I had to guess, for who he's sharing a row with. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, Shane Van Gisbergen, it's going to be interesting to see how a road course guy adapts to each oval. Because I'm going to say, each oval's pretty different. Sometimes drivers just have a knack for a specific race course. Like how Kyle Busch has had a knack for this track despite his struggles with Pocono. Or how Allmendinger just had a knack for racing at Martinsville and the other short tracks. Alright, let's see. Alright, they doubled up, ready to go green. And right now it's a dead tie between Ryan Sieg and Sammy Smith on points as they run. So here we go. Let's see. What's it gonna be? Say, looking at the race. So yeah, Riley Herbst 120 points above the cut line. He and Allmendinger are both pretty much locks. You could probably marker them in and kind of go and confirm that one right now. I'm going to go ahead and skip some ads for you guys, and we're going to go ahead and get ready to go back racing. Pace car's off. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. We're back to racing. And we got Almirola and Allmendinger on the front row. Pair of those A names on the front row. We got the AA battery of Eric Almirola. We got the We got the dinger on the outside. And let's see, that battle on the inside. I'm curious to see where oh wow, I thought Riley Herbst may have gotten a little too much on the inside there, but no, he manages to hang on. Herbst to the bottom of the track. Custer with him. And there we go. They managed to put Amarola middle of 3 wide, and Amarola falls back to the 6th position in the middle of the crowd. There we go. Now we got AJ Allmendinger getting up there in the middle of it, and now we got Riley Herbst kind of going on his wild track to try and just avoid the draft. Doing everything he can to try and break this draft. Alright, let's see. Oh, we got a spin. It's Amarola. Eric Amarola goes around. Caution flag flies, and yes, we do have a spin. Eric Amarola has gone around, and this is going to be a yellow flag, yet no damage on the 20 that I can see, which is a very good thing. Always a good thing when we can have a spin without damage. Now, if only we didn't get the caution flag, we could see the battle between the Chevys and the Fords at the front of the field. That's actually getting good. Oh, well, we'll get to see Herbst and Custer on the front row probably for the restart. Alright, let's see what happened. Oh, just looks like the car on the inside there just took him around, and oh, yep, it was Austin Hill. Alright, time to see Twitter and see if everything's burning. Let's go ahead and real quick and see if Twitter is burning yet about this one. Alright, let's see. Hashtag Pennzoil. Let's see if anybody's actually using the hashtag. Pennzoil 250. Latest. Let's see. Caution goes Amarola. Alright, Chandler Smith gets the free pass. Are you kidding me? Chandler Smith gets a free pass while being 15 laps down. Yeah, he's the only car off the lead lap. Wow, that is actually pretty impressive there. I did not realize that he was that many laps down, nor did I realize that he was going to be getting that back. So, there we go. Very few guys ending up a lap down because we haven't had very many green flag runs, and because of just generally the low lap count at a big track like this, or at this and Pocono, both having very big tracks, you don't have a lot of lap cars. Alright, how about on the NBC tweet? Let's see if oh, that's okay, that's the first wreck. Let's see if NASCAR and NBC posted this most recent one. No, they just posted the him staying out to win this one. Alright, there we go. And yeah, they're just showing, yep, just a little wiggle from the 21 up into the 20 and around. He goes. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it just looks like he just hits a bump or something and just goes up the track that little bit and ends up taking out Amarola. And by taking him out, I don't mean out of the race. He is still good to race. I would almost anticipate seeing us go to a commercial break here soon. Not necessarily wishing for it, but because I would love to say that we're just ready to go green, since Amarillo has pretty much rejoined the field at this point. But we know NASCAR and their commercials, so let's see what the race has to offer. Alright, there we go. So yeah, they're just showing this same replay again. Just, yeah, nothing Amarillo could have done there to probably change that fate outside of running higher in the corner. Alright, and then you do go to commercial break. I'm going to use the bathroom one more time, and I will be right back, guys. Back and ready for the restart. Hopefully lights will be off on the pace car this time by. If I'm not mistaken, we should be right about that right timing. 30 laps to go. It'll be 29 when we take the green flag. 29 laps left here. Certainly going to be interesting to see how this goes. Obviously, we got the Brickyard 400 tomorrow. Alright. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully everybody's still hanging out. We got 8 people still hanging around. Let's see, what did I miss on the phone? Alright, there we go. Yep, they did change them up, but yeah, I gotta love annoying people. Hey, they wanted to try challenging me. I just had to go ahead and prove who's right. And there we go. So, yep, lights are off on the pace car. It'll be 29 to go as they go green. Riley Herbst and AJ Allmendinger on the front row. That's going to be a pretty interesting front row to watch. Allmendinger, former Cup Series regular, and Riley Herbst, a driver who come next year could be a Cup Series regular, and it sounds like he might be the driver, the next driver of 2311, which I think would be a mistake. But again, that's where the rumors are pointing, and it very well could be true. So there we go. And yeah, we're just waiting, seeing how this is gonna end up. Carson Quaffle currently sits in the 9th position, driving that number 88 car for Dale Earnhardt Jr. And yeah, definitely curious to see how this one's going to go. I'm also going to be working on solidifying plans for my trip down to Bristol Motor Speedway for the night race later this year. So definitely going to be at that race. That's probably my only other race this year. Not sure what my plans are going forward for 2025. I do think eventually my move out of here will probably be about, it's going to be coming up. Definitely looking forward to being closer to some of these racetracks. And here we go. Pace car dives for cover and leaves the field in the hands of Riley Herbst and AJ Allmendinger as they bring him into the Geico restart zone, and it's going to be green, green, green. Green flag's out. We're racing at Indianapolis one more time. Let's see. Can we go 29 laps to the checkers? Can we even go 2 laps? Here we go. Not a lot of popping out of line at the front of the field. I guess drivers know that if they pop out of line too early, they potentially end up being the ones that get left out and they lose a ton of spots. And it's honestly a little bit better for them to just kind of hang in line for the first 2-3 corners. Let the front of the field kind of settle itself out. But here we go. You got the 2 SHR cars on the bottom trying to push. You have 2 Chevys on the top side, not teammates per se. You've got a Junior Motorsports Chevy pushing a colleague Chevy. And here we go. Riley Herbst up the track and gets right in between them. Slides right in between the 2 Chevys, but you just allowed AJ Allmendinger to have the race lead, and now you don't have your teammate on your rear bumper, which is going to be a bit of a challenge now to try and get back on your teammate's rear bumper or get your teammate back on your rear bumper. Looks like they actually managed to pull it off, though, throughout all that shuffling. Here we go. Riley Herbst cuts down in front of Justin Allgaier, and somehow they managed to pull off that entire shuffle. They managed to go from the 98 splitting the 7 and the 16 up, and then being able to reshuffle around. Oh, it wasn't intentional. He was sliding. He had no control when he slid up that racetrack. I thought that was a really aggressive cut to move up the track, but no. On the replay, yeah, you can see for sure he was out of control. I don't know how he saved that, but the fact that he was able to save that right in line, perfectly parallel park right in between the 16 and the 7. And yeah, right now though, it's definitely starting to seem like an interesting situation here. Alright, let's see. Again, Custer and Herbst is going to be an interesting combo down the stretch here. Curious to see where they end up going. Alright, let's see. Alright, well, how's everybody doing? We are settling into positions here. Again, I would anticipate Custer and Herbst trying to make some more runs at the leader, but as of right now, I think Herbst is just waiting for a run on the 00 to begin with. Alright, there we go. Got a nice yawn out the way, and we are ready for some racing. Custer's gotten all the way back up to the rear bumper of Allmendinger. Again, curious to see what he can do if he gets his teammate to his rear bumper with a run. I'm gonna say, could the two of them potentially overtake Allmendinger? Would Allmendinger be fast enough and ready enough to just make the block that needs to be made? Alright, let's see. Yep, there. Oh, it's not even gonna take the a run from his teammate. Custer just goes to the inside, goes to the bottom, and just takes the spot. Allmendinger going to try and take it back as they go and make passes here, but now, yep, there's the back bumper of, there's the front bumper of Riley Herbst coming to the back bumper of Cole Custer. Yep, there's that push, and now Custer's way out ahead. Problem is that I don't know if Riley's got a friend like that to help Riley Herbst get out in front. But it looks like not going to matter. Riley Herbst's good enough from the top side to take both of them. Alright, so yeah, right now, again, Custer and Herbst just controlling this race. Kind of the thing we were worried about at the start was that these two were going to control the race. I'm saying, I think the 7 was waiting for some combination of them to crash, and ultimately, I think we were insanely lucky that we somehow didn't see a crash at any point in that. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, we got Shane Van Gisbergen and Austin Hill starting to creep up on this group. Those two plus Justin Allgaier, these three could start to make some waves. Problem is the two Stewart Oscars are going to try and make this a match of just themselves. see, again, right now, these two drivers have no incentive to try and pass each other, which is the real worst thing about having a teammate and the two of you both being fast, is that there is no incentive for these top two to really try and pass each other versus just trying to run and basically run away from the rest of the field. Currently a 2-second gap between them and Allmendinger, then another full second behind Allmendinger is Allgaier, Van Gisbergen, and Austin Hill. Then you've got Daly, another half second back from there. Connor Daly's actually running pretty well. I will give him that. But Ryan Sieg now plus 5 points over the cut line here. There we go. Alright, again, right now, I mean, they're showing these two like this battle is supposed to mean something, but these two aren't trying to pass each other. It's not in either one of their best interests to try and pass each other. So, I mean, there is no real reason as to why the focus is on these two. Alright, here we go. Riley Herbst is going to try and make a move. Why? I mean, granted, he's going to make it. Maybe this is a fuel mileage thing. Custer thought he was burning too much fuel in the front, so maybe he let Herbst take the spot. Not really sure, but maybe Riley Herbst truly believes he's better than Cole Custer, although I doubt that. And I doubt the team leader decided that, considering Joe Custer is basically going to be the right-hand man at the Haas factory team next year. You certainly don't want to tick that guy off. Alright, so here we go. 19 laps to go, and they're going to commercial break, and we got ourselves a we just got ourselves a race. I don't anticipate anyone really trying to pass in that duo at the front anytime super soon, but hey, every bit counts. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Allmendinger still hanging on to that third spot. Allgaier, Van Gisbergen, and Austin Hill all on the charge. But here we go. Let's see. Let's see. What's the... Again, right now we're at a side-by-side commercial break, but there's just nothing to really talk about on the side-by-side with the camera angles they're giving us. Let's see. What about Twitter? Twitter is usually our go-to to find something, people complaining about something here. Let's see. Whoa! I looked down for a minute to go check Twitter because we hadn't had any action, and all of a sudden there's 3 cars torn up down the back straightaway. Josh Williams, Parker Retzlaff, and Anthony Alfredo all torn up. That is unfortunate for Anthony Alfredo. Well, unfortunate for all 3. Gotta wait until we see the replay to know who was at fault and who really... Because I'm sure there's somebody out there that this isn't unfortunate for, and it's a poor choice on theirs, probably. Alright, let's see. They're working on getting, there we go. Parker Retzlaff is out the car. That's important. And here we go. Replay. What happened? Oh, the 10 of Daniel Dye just comes sliding right into Anthony Alfredo, and nothing Alfredo could have done there. Yeah, there we go. And, ooh, okay, let's see. After squeezing him into the fence, let's see what ends up happening. Okay, so the 10 rejoins the track, and the 5 scrapes the fence all by himself, and then, oh! Sorry, I thought that was a issue on the 10's part of Daniel Dye. I mean, yeah, he put him in the fence, maybe broke something in the steering. I mean, that's the only justifiable reason why you turn back down the track in front of people. Anthony Alfredo, come on! You just don't do that. Alright, you scrape the fence, and then, yeah, it just turns hard, hard left right down in front of everybody. And that's what leads to the other 2 crashes. So, yeah, I mean, Anthony Alfredo definitely the one to blame for that one. And say no justification on my part for that one. And I like Anthony Alfredo. He's a pretty cool guy, but man, that was a dumb move. Alright, let's see. Oh, I just hit my green screen. Let's just double check, make sure all that's still good. Yep, we're still good. Oh, man. Yep. So, yeah, big 3-car crash. Glad to see all the drivers appear to be okay. Obviously, we'll have to wait for further evaluation, but all 3 drivers were able to get out the cars under their own power. Infield Care Center is more so just a precaution, but obviously you just never really know. But caution flag is out, 15 laps to go, and we got ourselves a race here. We got a race on our hands. Alright. They are probably going to send us to commercial break, so we'll go ahead and we'll wait for this crash to get cleared up. Anybody with any topics you guys want to talk about throughout the remaining 15 laps, feel free to throw some at me. And if we don't get them today, we can also save them for potentially caution flag topics tomorrow, because, again, big tracks like this, caution flags will feel a lot longer than usual. So feel free to go ahead and comment some ideas at me, because I love hearing your guys' feedback, especially because it allows me to potentially talk about things that you guys actually care about. Give my opinion on stuff that you guys care about, rather than just rambling on and on about whatever stuff that you guys already know. So here we go. go. Pit stops are occurring. SVG. I'm just looking for anything on Twitter that people might be saying. Probably something about get Alfredo out of the series, but here we go. Austin Hill going in getting 2 tires and 4. Alright, so here we go. Coming off pit road, it's going to be interesting again. This would be probably most people's last stop of the day, especially based on the tires that they have available. I believe this is going to be the last set of tires for them. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and refresh the Pennzoil listing. See if there's any other tweets here. Alright, let's see. Again, right now we're at commercial break, so we're not missing anything. Looking for something on Twitter to get me fired up here. Alright, Allmendinger and Riley Herbst stopped to stay out. Okay, weird. Alright, again, right now I'm not seeing anything under the hashtag. Alright, oh, wait, here we go. Here's something about the rack. Let's see. Nope, nothing there. Alright, well, there we go. Alright, there we go. Got that all settled, and yeah, they're back from commercial break, and we're ready for this one. Let's see. Cup race from Indianapolis, 2:30 tomorrow. Should be a fun one. Again, with my work schedule, I don't know when I'm going to end up actually officially scheduling the stream. I should be home right around 2:30, so it'll pretty much be a get home and log in. But yeah, in terms of actually pre-scheduling the stream, though, it might be a bit earlier. Let's see. What about F1? Because F1 was qualifying this morning. They got a race right before the Olympics as well. All right. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Qualifying highlights. Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri locking out the front row for that one. Verstappen coming home third. Sainz, Hamilton, and Leclerc rounding out your top 6. Alright, let's see. And right now we're just chilling here. Just checking Formula 1 to see where they're at right now. And yeah, right now Riley Herbst tucked up behind the pace car. Curious to see what this ends up looking like here. Alright, there we go. I'm curious to see, now that they've got first and second choice on the restart, as to what lane they choose. Do they lock out the front row, or do they choose in line behind each other? And let's see, how many drivers didn't pit in this last one? Let's see. Alright, last pit stop. So Connor Daly is the first driver who pit at lap 85. And basically everybody else is at 85, so I would say Connor Daly is currently your driver to keep an eye on. So 10th on back is roughly where you want to be looking if you're looking for a potential race winner. And yep, the Haas cars lock out the front row. Allmendinger to second, Jesse Love on the outside. That's not going to encourage that outside line. And there we go. Connor Daly does lock up that inside line, and now alright, so there we go. Now they're talking with Parker Retzloff here out of the infield care center here. Let's see. What's he gonna say here? Guess we'll find out. Checked and released from the infield care center. But yeah, definitely a nice thing that he managed to... Alright, again, right now we're just kind of waiting. It's 12 laps to go. We're just kind of waiting for this thing to go back green. I can't wait for it to go back green. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Yep, doubled up and ready to go back racing. Let's go. 11 laps to go green when they launch. Alright, here we go. Custer and Herbst on the front row. I'm curious to see what order they try and do this teamwork game in. Or are they going to do some other version of it? I'm going to say, let's just hope that they don't try the whole, let's just hope that they don't try the Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. version of this strategy. Also, the first person on tires is Austin Hill in 11th. Shane Van Gisbergen in 12th as well, also on fresh tires. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Green, green, green. Green flag's out. Pace car is already dove for cover. And we're back to racing here in Indianapolis. And let's see. Alright, so yeah, right now though, I mean, Custer and Herbst are actually battling it out pretty good here for the lead. And again, as long as the laps remaining aren't too drastic, they could actually put on a pretty good battle for the lead. Here comes Allmendinger all the way to the bottom. Alright, let's see again. Right now, 11 laps to go. It's just not a... Again, this race is just kind of falling into the same trap of last night's race where we kind of already know what's going to happen here late in the race. Now, the thing is, Amarola getting past Herbst is big because that allows for someone other than Herbst to be running second there, which is perfectly fine. And there we go. Let's see. Gaining ground, the guys on 4 tires. And there we go. Let's see. again, we're just kind of waiting this one out. There's not a whole lot going on, so it's just kind of a wait-and-see type of game here. Which it feels like it shouldn't be, because it feels like there should be plenty of going on. I mean, there's 10 laps to go. Cole Custer's got himself out ahead of the field to the point where there really isn't any threat. And, yeah, here we go. Oh, whoa, someone! Whoa! Amarola just nearly lost it. That's amazing, okay. Note to self, Eric Amarola is pretty amazing at this whole driving race cars thing. Let's see again. Right now they're just pacing themselves here. Nobody wants to run out of steam too quickly here. Herp's trying to close in. Oh, we might have another caution coming. We got a car stuck, stopped, or at least slow on the bottom of the racetrack. I would anticipate seeing a yellow here momentarily. Not seeing one on either of my monitors right now, but we'll have to wait and see, because again, he's pretty slow. Alright, again, right now, 8 laps to go, but there's just no real pressure. Like, that's my biggest problem with this, is just the fact that it feels like there's very little pressure going on. Nobody really... And it doesn't help that it doesn't feel like whoever matters. It doesn't really count for much. I mean, what if Herps wins, he can stop being called a fraud? Alright, again, right now Custer's just hanging on to this lead, and he's not inclined to give it up without a fight. Alright, again, right now we're just kind of waiting this one out. There's not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, we could talk about how Amarola following in the line here for Herps, but they just are not showing me the mid-pack, which is where I feel like there's a good battle or two. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Battle between the 98 and the 20. This is the battle we want to see. Come on. Something, please. Someone. There we go. Daniel, Dye, and Love are fighting it out. Come on. Either pan the camera to that, or let's see the 98 and the 20 get to going at it. I mean, I'm just so tired of there not being action. Like, these drivers are just pacing themselves, which, I mean, it's smart, but it's a little on the boring side. And here we go, 5 laps to go. And yeah, I mean, Herbs is getting... Oh, there we go. Riley Herbs is a good run off the corner. That's going to start to put the pressure on Cole. And now Riley Herbs could potentially try and make a pass here on Cole Custer First time, yeah, the first race he won, he ended up dominating that one. But this race has not been that kind of race for Riley. He's been good at times, he's been bad at times, but he's going to stay close, and he's going to try and stay close enough to maybe make a difference. There we go. Alright, here we go. Shaman and Gisbergen. He and Creed made the pass on Allmendinger. They're going to be closing in. Creed starting to do, or not Creed, sorry, Custer starting to do the snake draft, so here we go. We're going to have to wait and see. Say, SVG is the next one that they need to, SVG is closing in. Now, they are too far back, I think, to catch Amarola before the end of this race. So, they need a caution at this point. So, just be looking for SVG to potentially go and crash virtually anybody to try and extend this race for himself. Not saying that I think he would do it, but if there was a driver that would need a caution right now, Shane Van Gisbergen and Creed would be about it. And here we go. 2 laps to go. 2 more times around. Let's see. Riley Herbst. Oh, they have to navigate around the slow car here. 2 laps to go. Riley on the back bumper of Cole Custer. This is the battle we came and stayed for. Here we go. The duel, and I think both drivers just realized this is the last shot. I don't think either driver is going to get much more of a chance. It's going to be they've got a lap and a quarter to go. Coming through turn 4. To the back bumper. It's, the bump and run. There goes Riley Herbst to the lead. Riley Herbst just went for the lead. Oh, Cole tries to put a block. Amarola 3 wide as they come to the line. Amarola takes the lead, taking the white flag. Let's go. Eric Amarola around the outside of 3 wide, and Eric Amarola is about to take this race win away from what was about to be Riley Herbst. What is Herbst willing to do to win a race? What aren't you willing to do to win another race here? Especially when your name's being talked about as a legitimate candidate for a NASCAR Cup Series ride. Now, granted, that Cup Series ride is a Toyota ride, and you don't want to wreck a Toyota if that is the case. But here we go. To the inside goes. Here comes. Oh, the 98's going. No, he saves it. The 98 hangs on. And Riley Herbst is going to win in Indy. How on earth is he going to pull this one off? But Riley Herbst wins in Indy. A great fight there for Riley Herbst. Hangs on to a car I thought he had lost there for sure. Cole Custer coming home second. Eric Amarola coming home a disheartening third after the hard fight that he put up there. Shane Van Gisbergen comes home in the 4th position. Sheldon Creed 5th. Man, again, that is the kind of race that Riley needed. He needed something to, again, potentially lock himself in as a true candidate for that extra 2311 ride. That's been the rumor. He raced, in all fairness, Amarola very cleanly. I don't think Amarola has anything bad to say after this race. I think that race was an amazing finish. No complaints here. And there we go. Whoa. 1 second. Back that up. Did he just throw something out the window? Alright, let's see. I gotta see. Did he just, chuck something out the window here? Alright, I had to back it up a little bit, so if I miss something or if I'm late to something in the post-race, alright, so I see here, okay, here we go. Amarola waving at him. But, yeah, I thought I saw something big and white coming out of the, door. Let's see. No, not seeing it there. Okay. Maybe I was just seeing things. No, he definitely threw something out the car. I'm curious. Inspection. Could inspection catch whatever that was? But there we go. The 98 doing the burnout on the front stretch. Man, 100 laps down. We got 160 of them tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series race as they go 160 laps, 400 miles. And here we go. The burnout. You know, say, don't burn it down on the bricks. But, yep, so there we go. That is going to be it for the race reaction. If you guys only came to see me react to the race, I will see you guys tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time for the NASCAR Cup Series race. But for those of you guys who want to know where your favorite drivers finish, as per usual, I will be going through the entire finishing order, so you won't miss a thing. So here we go as Riley climbs out the car triumphant. Riley Herbst finishing first. That's the easy one. Cole Custer coming home in the second position. Amarola third, SVG fourth, and Sheldon Creed fifth. We went through those already. Austin Hill, Daniel Dye. Daniel Dye having a pretty good run for himself as a Truck Series regular, getting an opportunity in the Xfinity Series. Then you got AJ Allmendinger coming home 8th. 9th, Justin Allgaier. And rounding out your top 10 today is Carson Quaffle. Ryan Seed coming home with an 11th place finish. Very good for him in the points. We'll talk about that in a moment. Parker Klickerman coming home 12th. Another one that, he just needed a solidified points day. But I'm watching this replay here because that was insane. Again, the fact that he went and moved his teammate, first off. Moved him, roughed him up a bit. Ultimately, that's what allowed the 20 to even get in the picture. Goes 3 wide around the outside. Takes the lead as he goes to the white flag. And let's see. I just want to know what the white thing that he threw out the car was. Was that foam? Was that gloves? But yeah, here we go. Coming down the back straightaway here. Again, Amarola in control of his race. All he needs to do is hold on. And again, Riley Herbst just manages this one better than any other driver. Goes to the bottom, forces his way underneath. So, and there's where he nearly gets wrecked underneath the 20. I think most other drivers, that ends up being a wrecked race car. But so Jesse Love 13th. 14th for Connor Daly. 15th Brandon Jones. Matt DiBenedetto comes home in the 16th position here today. Joe Graff Jr. comes home 17th. 18th for Sammy Smith, who is fighting really hard for that final playoff spot. Currently 3 points out after today's race. Jeb Burton comes home in the 19th position, and Leland Honeyman Jr. comes home in the 20th position. Brendan Poole 21st. Kyle Sieg 22nd. 23rd for Ryan Ellis. 24th, Joey Gase. And rounding out your top 25 today is Kyle Weatherman driving that number 91 car. David Starr in the 14 comes home 26th. 27th for Josh Bilicki. 27th for Josh Bilicki. 28th, BJ McLeod. 29th for Blaine Perkins driving the number 29 car. And that's your last car in the lead lap. Jeremy Clements, one lap off the pace in 30th place. Garrett Smithley in the Alpha Prime machine comes home 31st, 3 laps behind the race. Greg Van Alst, the ARCA regular, comes home in the 32nd position, 9 laps shy of the finish. Chandler Smith comes home 14 laps shy of the checkered flag in 33rd. Anthony Alfredo, involved in that accident, 17 laps shy of the checkered flag, officially scored 34th. 35th for Parker Retzlaff, also involved in that caution flag. 17 laps shy of the checkered flag, and the third driver involved in that same wreck with 17 to go was Josh Williams. He gets scored in the 36th position. And then 37th and 38th position, the two drivers who never even completed a lap, Sam Mayer and Josh Berry, the final two drivers to start the race, and they didn't even complete a single lap. Sam Mayer gets the 37th position, and Josh Berry gets dead last 38th position, but there we go. That is the full finishing order. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the stream, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Also, remember to let me know what you guys think of the background. Definitely going to experiment with it going forward, but until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next video, live stream, or whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye! Man.